Calling out a designated terror group by name for its terrorist activities seems simple, right? Not at the United Nations. On Thursday, the UN General Assembly is set to vote on a U.S.-sponsored draft to condemn Hamas for repeatedly firing rockets into Israel and for inciting violence. It would also demand that Hamas and other militant actors cease all violent activity, including by using airborne incendiary devices. Plus, it calls for tangible steps toward intra-Palestinian reconciliation and concrete steps to reunite the Gaza Strip and the West Bank under the Palestinian Authority. Doesn't seem very controversial.
We hope to get the majority, not only the moral majority, but actually the votes. It is a U.S. resolution we support. We work very hard to convene. On my way to the studio, I spoke with 3 ambassadors, explained to them why it's important that they will come and will show support for this resolution. It is about time that the UN will condemn Hamas.
But even with the European Union pledging its support, chances for the 97 votes needed for passage are far from a lock. That's because the majority of the General Assembly is made up of so-called non-aligned nations, which typically follow the Palestinians' lead. And with the U.S. and the Palestinian Authority at odds, the PA will do Donald Trump no favors, even as Mahmoud Abbas puts the squeeze on Hamas. That means the Americans and Israelis are working overtime to pick off more support, especially in the Arab world.
The UN has rules of its own. These rules are rules by team, by numbers, by region. They concern the inner workings of the organization. They concern more a quid pro quo approach. You vote for my resolution, I vote for yours.
Israel has long claimed a relentless and biased focus against the Jewish state at the UN. Passage of the U.S. draft could signal a sense of reasonableness at the General Assembly. Defeat of a resolution against indiscriminate rocket fire and kid-friendly incendiary balloons into Israeli cities could very well spark backlash from Trump, who doesn't find much use for the UN to start with. Mike Wagenheim, I-24 News.